Okay, so tell me what you see. You said he looks like a leader.
He looks like a person with a lot on his mind, a lot of stress, and a lot of difficulties in a situation that's about driving him crazy. And I think he's outside because the wind's blowing his hair, so he may be out in the street or talking to somebody. And he looks like he's uh, agonizing over something. He's something that's kind of beyond his ability.
Wow. Well, that's really amazing that you saw that. This is Brian Wilson, he's the creator of the Beach Boys.
Oh,
It's a band,
oh,
and he's always struggled with mental health issues.
really?
Yeah.
Well, he's using his talents to help appease the pain he feels inside.
Exactly. Exactly. When he was young, his father used to beat him all the time, and
Oh,
and so he used to go and in his room and just work on music, and he ended up being the creator of the Beach Boys.
my gosh.
But
So it's a band then.
yeah, it's a band. You've heard their music.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I have.
It's like they were rivals with the Beatles, you know.
Hmm. Is he alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. And so then what happened was at one point he was uh getting really, he was just getting sicker and sicker and like just really having trouble, and then some like Hollywood psychiatrist to the stars
Hmm.
got into his life, and then there's a movie about it.
Oh.
And he ended up, this guy really helped him like lose weight and get off the drugs and stuff, but then this he became a prisoner of this guy,
Oh.
and so then that lasted for I don't know some period of time, and then he finally got out of that, and now he's back on his own again. But yeah, that's the story.
So where does he live? Do you know?
He lives here in Los Angeles.
Oh, he's here.
Yeah, he lives in Hollywood, you know,
Oh, yeah.
or in Beverly Hills
I
or
live in
something.
Hollywood.
We do too, but not as nice a house. But soon we'll have a nice house too.
I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Emilio is very smart and he's very clever.
That's right. And by the way, the person we're talking to right now, we're just talking to my mom. She's 94. She's been around a long time, and she's just giving her thoughts on this picture. And she forgets stuff, but she has a life of wisdom, and she was an opera singer. And anyway, she sits with me sometimes while I'm drawing, and sometimes she forgets stuff. Anyway, she was giving her feedback, and she's watching me draw, so I'll just go back to drawing now.
What are you going to name that picture?
I think I'm going to call this picture Brian Wilson's bathrobe. And I'm probably going to do it again. I'm most likely going to do it again because, see, this was the first one that I did, and it was proportionally off. So because I couldn't get the size face I wanted.
Oh,
And so I had to go get another canvas, and this canvas is huge, as you could see, but it's not big enough because it's not as tall as a human person. So I still need to go back and get a canvas that will go all the way up to maybe to the top of this thing.
he was a big guy.
Yeah, well, he's a big guy. He's a tall guy. He's probably like 6'1" or something.
Oh, yeah.
And if I make it too short, you know, it becomes comical. So now with this picture, I'm having to I can't put his feet in because if I put his feet in, it'll look comical. Because he'll look artificially shortened. And so that's what I'm struggling with. But I can kind of have him cut off at the knees here, and maybe have him standing. I might have him standing in some surf or something. And I'm going to paint this yellow and this blue. So that should be pretty. And I'm about getting ready to put the paint on now. But I'm kind of at a decision point. Like, do I want to continue to paint this when I know I'm going to be painting it again? Or do I just want to leave this as a charcoal, charcoal on canvas?
It looks okay, but I'm not an authority, so I,
And then this one here, this one looks ridiculous, don't you think? This one looks comical.
it looks like it's unfinished.
Yeah, but he's too short.
Oh.
You see the problem?
So
He's
you
too
needed
short.
a taller.
I needed a tall canvas because he's a tall person, and when I tried to squish him down into a smaller canvas, he just has so much personality and so much energy and spirit, he just cannot be contained in a tiny little canvas. And unless I draw his face smaller, and I not only do I not enjoy drawing smaller faces, you just cannot put as much emotion and expression into a face if you don't have enough room.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm gonna go buy another canvas.
That's probably what you need to do.
It'll be just like this one, but it'll go all the way up to the top of this
Oh, it'll be a
frame.
taller.
Yeah.
What do they people hang a painting that large then?
Well, I don't know about that. We're gonna that's something that I've been concerned about because I am very excited about doing this project. But you know, I don't. You know.
How did the project come up?
Well, I just was on Facebook and somebody posted this picture, which I'll show the picture to the audience now too. This is what I'm doing. This is the picture I'm drawing, or actually probably painting, but I may buy a new canvas. That's the picture I'm doing.
So, yeah, that looks like a windy day.
Yeah, windy day, right.
Standing out in
Trying to,
the weather.
right now I'm working on the hand, trying to make it look three-dimensional. See? Putting the shadows in the side of the hand so that it looks round like this. Do you see this? I sort of imagine a round shape. And then I'd sort of try to draw it as if I was actually drawing their hand. Right?
Do you label the picture?
I do on YouTube. I put like I
So
title it, you know.
so they know where
Yeah.
who did it. And
Sure. I try to credit myself, yeah. This picture has become, it's gotten bigger than, it's like it's got a life of its own, this project.
you can't shrink that body down.
No.
It doesn't make the statement.
Yeah, it doesn't make the statement. If I try to shrink it, I tried to do that actually, because I was just kind of being practical, you know, like what am I going to do with a great big canvas like that? But this is for YouTube, and you know, for YouTube, you want to make it kind of fun. So why don't I just get a great big canvas anyway, you know, to have fun. So that's why I did that.
How you've
Well, that's what people do on YouTube. They, you know, like there was one video this one guy posted, he locked himself in an art store for 24 hours. And he paid the art store enough money to let him lock himself in there and just go nuts. And he gave them money because he earned a bunch of money on YouTube to be able to do that. But you see, that's a fun project to put on a video.
yeah, but
To be
what-
running around inside of an
what
art
if you-
store.
What if you ruin something that would have sold otherwise?
Well, but you can't think that way when it comes to YouTube and having a channel and stuff. You just have to change the way you think about it. You know, like you do this for fun, and you don't worry so much about whether, I don't know. I've had some stuff sell from doing this, but I'm really doing this to be entertaining, to be an entertaining thing, and then that way I can do the art.
up for sale, how much would you?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if somebody wanted to buy it, I would talk to them. But you know, that's not the primary thing that I'm thinking about. Selling it. You know, if I were to think only about selling pictures, then I wouldn't do half the stuff I would do, right? I just wouldn't end up doing it because I'd start wondering if it was going to sell, and then I would probably just only do stuff that I thought would sell, and I don't want to get that way. I don't want to be that way about what I'm doing. I want to be able to. I'm really happy about having YouTube as an option for, because you know, when I was a kid and I was doing this art, YouTube wasn't an option. So when I did this, I just did this in my room. How fun would it have been if I could have done this for an audience? You know?
I guess you.
Now that hand looks a little weird, but I'm still working on it. And I'm going to be able to add paint later, assuming I do paint this one. Because I am kind of partly thinking about just setting this one down and going to the store and just getting another canvas. I am kind of thinking about doing that instead of finishing it. And that way I could just do this one in charcoal, right? I still get it up, I still do it. See, we're trying to get the finger to look 3D, so we have to shade part of the finger. Okay. Well, I have to go to work now, so I'm going to have to stop, you know, goofing around all day. All right, bye. Thanks for watching. I'm ending now.
Yeah.